Folks, welcome back to another episode of The Fallen Badge. Today, the murder of Officer Frank Edwards, Deputy Webster Reece, Deputy J. Hurt Flippin, Special Deputy Andrew McGinnis, Muskogee County Sheriff's Office, Rogers County Sheriff's Office, Tahlequah Police Department, Oklahoma. Deputy Flippin, 55 years old. He had 2 years with the Rogers County Sheriff's Office. He was married. Special Deputy Andrew McGinnis, he was 38 years old. He had 1 day on the job with the Muskogee Sheriff's Department. He had been sworn in shortly before he was murdered. Now, he had a wife and 4 children. Deputy Webster Reece was 44 years old. Resource material doesn't state how long he was with Muskogee Sheriff's Department. Officer Frank Edwards, he had 4 years with the Tahlequah Police Department. He had a wife and a child. Shortly after 4 a.m., Sunday, September 17th, 1932. Now, Officer Frank Edwards, he's part of a 4-man posse, and it was formed by Muskogee County Deputy Webster Reece, and they're going to attempt to arrest 3 suspects. They're wanted for the murder of a woman earlier in the month near Braggs, Oklahoma. Now, along with Deputy Reece and Officer Edwards, they had a Special Deputy Tom Cook and Ray Crinklaw. Now, Mr. Crinklaw, he was a Oklahoma National Guardsman, but he had previous law enforcement experience. So they set up a roadblock on a curve on a rural highway near Standing Rock on the Illinois River, about 20 miles south of Tahlequah, and they were hoping the suspects would come on down that road. I guess back then there wasn't a whole lot of roads, so I guess you had a better than even chance. Now, they took a police car and they pulled it across the highway, and they were using that as the roadblock. Now, Deputy Reece, he stood by the police car, and he had the other 3 members of his posse concealed in positions along the side of the road. Now, Deputy Reece was going to be the first one to see the suspects. And he told the posse when he flashed the light at them, they would know that was the suspects. Well, a car came around that curve rolling, and it saw that squad car across the road. Fella driving, one of the suspects, he hit the brakes, car started sliding, tire blew out. Now, Deputy Reece, he signaled with the flashlight. One of the suspects used that flashlight beam going on and off as an aiming point. He fired 1 time, killed Deputy Reece. Now, the other officers, they opened up on the car. Now, Officer Edwards, he was wounded in the neck. Now, when the shooting stopped, the officers got up to the car. One of the suspects, the driver, he'd been shot and killed, but the other 2 had escaped. Now, Officer Edwards would be taken to the Tahlequah Hospital. Now, he would recover well enough to get released from the hospital a couple weeks later. But now, over the next 3 weeks, Officer Edwards, he moved around a little bit, but he was still really weak. Now, he eventually caught pneumonia, and he died in the hospital on October 25th, about 1:20 in the evening. And the doctors associated his death, obviously, with that bullet wound that he had received. Now, Deputy James Flippin and Muskogee County Special Deputy Andrew McGinnis, they were part of a pretty large posse. Now, they were out searching for those 2 suspects that escaped from the car. Now, at the time, they knew that these suspects had done killed Deputy Reece. So now it was around evening time, just about dusk, September 18th, 1932. So we're talking about the next day. Now, the posse, they got those 2 suspects cornered in a thicket about 5 miles from where Deputy Reece had been killed. So now there was a running gun battle going on through the woods. Deputy Flippin, Special Deputy McGinnis, they were both shot. Now, the 2 suspects, they kept on running, shooting it out with the posse. Well, eventually they came to their demise because both of those suspects were shot and killed. Now, Special Deputy McGinnis, he died on the scene. Now, Deputy Flippin, He'd only been wounded in the ankle. Now, he was taken to the hospital, but he had bled out so much by the time they got him to the hospital and they couldn't get the blood flow to stop. He died the next day, September 19th. Deputy J. Hurt Flippin. End of watch, September 19th, 1932. Special Deputy Andrew McGinnis. End of watch, September 18th, 1932. Deputy Webster Reece. End of watch, September 17th, 1932. Officer Frank Edwards. End of watch, October 25th, 1932.